Over the last 7 weeks, the team on Help I Hate My Garden have been turning some horticultural horrors into gardens of paradise. We've been transforming gardens of all sizes for people of all ages, and the challenges have been immense. So this week, we've decided to up the ante. A few days ago, you'll have seen the team on Help I Hate My House transform the living room of the West family.
It looks so different.
This large room leads straight onto a terrace overlooking not only the beautiful beach, but this eyesore of a garden. The family absolutely loved their new living room, so as Team Garden, it's our job to make sure we get the same reaction. But because of this garden's unusual location, it means battling the elements as well. It was son Nicholas who wrote to us nominating Mum Julia, who, after ill health, needs to be enjoying the great outdoors, which at the moment just isn't possible.
The main problem living by the sea, really, everything just gets destroyed. It's either the salt or the winds. You know, we had the greenhouse and we had a couple of days of winds and that blew over and all the glass smashed.
I hate my garden because it just seems like a field to me, with the sea at the bottom of the garden, and I can't think of any way that we can deal with it ourselves.
Well, that's where the Help I Hate My Garden team come in. Using a simple 3-step process of clearing, creating and cultivating, we're going to give Julia that weatherproof garden that she's always wanted. So, if Linda's finished with her on the inside, let's see what we've got to deal with on the outside.
Do you want to go to the seaside? I'm not trying to say that everybody wants to go. I fell in love.
So, Julia, Nick, this is your garden.
Yeah.
This is our field,
Yes.
our garden.
Not a lot to it, really, is there?
Not really, no.
Now, what are your main problems with what's here already?
The grass, there's too much grass.
Yeah.
The fence is falling down. No plus size of it at all, I don't think.
Well, I can think of 2 plus things. I mean, you've got a lovely view, and there's not a lot here, so there's not much for us to clear out, which I love.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I mean, the problem you're going to have, obviously, is a very exposed garden. So what I'd like to do is, you know, try and give you a little bit more shelter and also make the most of that view.
That sounds good, definitely.
So, Nick, you're out here with us.
Yeah.
I think Linda wants some help up there. You've definitely got the best deal.
Definitely
it's
have
a miserable day.
today.
So, should we crack on?
Okay, brilliant.
There's a few things that haven't weathered the storm, so we've got to get rid of these before we can start going. But the weather is definitely not on our side. This garden is pretty much all laid to lawn. Now, you can have a lawn down by the seaside, there's nothing wrong with that, but this particular one hasn't been looked after properly, so we need to strip it back and start again. And Phil is coming over the digger to do just that. Come on, mate. There we go, guys. Garden is now clear.
That's amazing, isn't it? It looks big already.
Well, the weather hasn't been with us. I'm absolutely drenched. Phil is as dry as a bone in the digger there, which is not fair, but hey-ho. Now, we've taken out probably about 10 tonnes of rubbish from the garden. We've got even more to bring in, and I don't want you to see any of it. So you're going to have to disappear for the next couple of days. And when you come back, your garden will be weatherproof, so you can actually enjoy your view.
Brilliant.
Now, the main thing you need to think about when you're designing and building a seaside garden is the fact that it's going to get an absolute battering from the elements. Now, what we've got here is the beach, so we need to keep the design really simple and easier for Julia to look after. In the middle here, we're going to have a great big 4x4 metre reflective pool. Now, the idea behind that is when you're by the sea, you end up with these enormous skies, and that will reflect it beautifully. Up the top end of the garden near the beach, we've got a quite big decking area, mirrored by exactly the same at this end of the garden. Now, to finish it off nicely, we've got an avenue of trees going either side to frame that fantastic view. Of course, unlike Linda and the guys upstairs, we have to contend with the weather.
Wet and windy and pretty grim for the gardeners. They are really struggling in the cold.
And with time against us, that meant carrying on, rain or shine.
Like pebbles on a beach, kicked around, displaced by feet.
Day 2 in sunny Shoreham-on-Sea. Now, 2 years at college, 10 years experience. I'd much rather be inside. The weather is shocking. Well, the house team might be staying in the dry, but they were kind enough to give us a few household bits to recycle in the garden. Thank you, Jay. got an old bit of carpet here. And what we're going to do with it is basically line the bottom of the pool. So you roll it out, like so, and when the liner goes on top, none of these sharp stones will pierce it, so it won't leak. A layer of sand goes down for extra protection. The next stage of building this pool is to put this butyl liner down. Now basically, that is the thing that waterproofs it all. I've taken my shoes off, and we've got the sand and the carpet underneath so nothing sharp gets through. Around the edge, granite slabs go down to frame the pool. After it's filled with water, I'm adding these stones, which are a similar tone to the pebble beach next door, which helps bring the look together. Now we've got 2 decks going down in this garden, one here and one down at the far end. Now decking's brilliant, but the problem is it doesn't last that long. What we're using is this reconstituted wood fibre. It's basically wood fibre mixed with some kinds of resins and some UV filters. Now the great stuff about it is you don't need to treat it. Jet wash it once a year and it will last for about 25, 30 years easy. Now the good thing about it also is that there's no fixings that you can see. You literally slot these little clips in, screw them in, and you don't see any screw holes. This garden is designed to make the most of the view. Now, unfortunately, at the end of the garden, we've got this shoddy old rotten fence. Now, we've got some fencing contractors in just to put a nice simple picket fence, which is going to make the view look even better. Because we're right on the coast, we need to choose some plants that are suitable for coastal conditions. Right here is a Sorbus aria, or commonly the white beam. Now, these are as tough as old boots, and when you plant them, chuck it in your hole, put in some really decent compost, backfill it. We've got a line here, a line on the other side, and it's going to frame the view fantastically. Everything's well under control back in the garden, so I've come down the garden centre to do the best bit, and that's choose the plants. I want to keep planting really, really simple in the garden. The main thing for me is the avenue of trees, and anything else will detract from that. Now, the plants I'm selecting are all going to be tough as old boots. Firstly, we've got Pinus mugo. Next to it, Brachyglottis, and finally, one of my favourites, which is this Grisselina. Back at the house, with the sun making a welcome appearance, the garden was finally starting to come together. After a lot of hard graft, we've got the basic design in place. We've got a lawn. We've got a pool. Our fantastic weatherproof decking is down. The path and all 12 trees are in place. Now we've got about an hour left, so join us later to see us complete the look with the finishing touches. We're here in Shoreham at the home of Julia West. Her house may well have an enviable location, but the weather-beaten garden leaves a lot to be desired. Now this week, because it's the last makeover of the series, we've really upped the ante, and we've been joined by the Help I Hate My House team. The weather has really affected the timescale of this project, meaning we're way behind schedule. But now with the rain dried up, we're finally nearly done, bar a few last additions. Everything in this garden, apart from the avenue of trees, is pretty much on ground level. Now, to put a bit of an accent right in the middle of the pool, we've got these pinnacles. These have actually been under the sea for thousands of years, and that's actually preserved them. And I think right in the middle of the pool, it makes the pond look even better. And also, it's a great link to the sea. To make more of a feature of these 2 fantastic decks that we've got at either end of the garden, I've put on each corner one of these beautiful sandstone balls. They're really heavy, and I certainly can't see them blowing away. Even though these trees are really well suited to coastal conditions, they are going to need extra support. So we're double staking them, one on the face and one on the back, so when they get battered by the wind, they're not going to move. You literally whack your stakes in, making sure that you don't go through the root ball. You need to make sure that the stake doesn't actually rub against the tree, because that can damage it. So by wrapping this piece of rubber around it, it will protect it and keep it nice and sturdy.
Come on, Julia and Nick.
With Linda showing the family their new living room, we're all hoping they like their garden just as much. Before we came, this garden was battered bare and in desperate need of a weatherproof makeover. Time to find out if they love the results. Come on then, let's put you out your misery. Have a look at your new garden.
But now?
Go.
Oh my goodness! I don't believe it. Oh, thank you.
Not at all. No
Thank
worries.
you so
Not
much.
at all.
I don't know what I expected, but it's just
yeah.
completely different. It's really tranquil, isn't it? It's a real
Absolutely.
kind of peaceful.
I'm glad you said that.
That's just amazing. I don't know what to look at first.
Tell me one more thing, though.
Right.
We know you no longer hate your house, but do you still hate the garden?
I love my garden, and I will be out here cutting the grass. I love it. Thank you very much.
Not at all.
Thank you.
So, from inside out, in just a few days, we've turned this weather-beaten home and garden into a chic beach retreat, which is in perfect keeping with its beautiful backdrop. This is truly a garden the family have fallen back in love with.